right then and there.
Yeah, off the grid.
You ready?
Yeah.
Good.
Alright.
Alright, go ahead.
You guys ready to start this off? Alright, so, welcome to the Off the Grid podcast. I'm Jonathan, that's Brandon, that's Cam. I don't really have much of a set intro, but basically this podcast is about a lot of different topics that have been going on in the week and that would most likely interest a lot of people. We'll be talking about, politics and sports this week. But next week it'll probably be different, and we'll see where it goes from there.
Yeah.
The conversation's will just flow naturally. There's really no
Script.
there's really no script really. I mean, before we kind of, laid out some segments, and we'll get to the first one in a few minutes, but we'll see how it goes.
Yeah. And too, if people are interested in like a topic and they want us to talk about something,
Yeah, let us
we're
know.
open for suggestions.
Exactly.
Just put it in the comments, because we're on YouTube, so go subscribe to us and follow our Instagram. We'll put that link in the description, and we'll see if we can get popular. I don't really expect it to, but
We're not doing it for popularity. We're just doing it to get
we're just doing it because why not?
our opinions out there, have a good conversation.
It's going to be a very heavy topic,
Exactly.
so if we get canceled after the first episode, you'll know why. Alright, so we're going to start with Cam. Cam works at
Forge and Vine.
restaurant.
I've been working there for about 4 months. I have quite a bit of stories, crazy ones about customers, about a guy that I train. I'm gonna go with the guy that I train. So it was probably in my second month working there, and my manager comes up to me. I just came in, for my shift, and she was like, "Hey, you're gonna be training this new kid," and I was like, "Cool, you trust me. I've only been working here for 2 months. That's exciting." So the new kid comes in, I train him, I taught him everything I know. I mean, it's not rocket science, being a service attendant, food running and bussing tables is easy. So yeah, I showed him the ropes, showed him what to do, how to do things, where to put things. And there was this one thing that I told him to do only when it's dead, when it's absolutely not, not busy at all. Is filling up water bottles. We have these water bottle glasses, and servers will take them and bring them over to tables, and
Like the ones that you people individually pour into their own
exactly,
glasses.
yes, yeah. So I was like, hey, I do this when we're dead, when we're not busy. So I told him that. He was like, cool. For the rest of the night, that's all he did. That's all he did. It's literally all he did was he just sat there filling up water bottles, and I'm sitting there like, all right, I know it's your second. It was the second day, by the way, and I'm like, I know it's your second day, but come on, man, it's not busy. I mean, it's busy. It's like a Saturday, and you're just sitting there filling up water bottles. So now fast forward maybe a month. It's wicked busy, probably one of the busiest times I've worked. He's working, a couple of my other coworkers are working. All night, all he's doing, again, water bottles, just filling them up. I have coworkers that are like, what is this dude doing? Why is he always just filling up water bottles? And something that servers love, at my work at least, is when the service attendants will go up to the servers and take the plates from them, and he'll just watch the servers just walk by him with a ton of plates, and they'll just watch them. And he's actually surprised me a few times, because he's actually taken them and actually brought them to the back. Anyways, so technically with child labor laws, we're supposed to leave at 10, but since it was on a Saturday, not people under 18 are supposed to leave at 10 on weekdays because of school and everything, but it was a Saturday. And he likes to just disappear. We don't know where he goes.
In the middle of the shift.
In the middle of the shift, he'll just disappear out of nowhere, and everyone will be like, "Where is he at?" And everyone's like, "I don't know, taking a shit." I don't know, I don't know where he is. So we go, running around searching for this kid. It's 10 o'clock. We still have a ton of people out in the front, and come to find out, he just left. In the middle of the shift,
Wait, is that the guy
left.
that you told me about that just straight up left?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Did you just quit the job? Like,
No, he just left.
Just decided.
Without telling anyone, he just left, and everyone was like, where did he go? And some of my coworkers were like, I don't know, I thought he just like went outside to like take a breath or something, just to take a breath, and no, he just straight up left. But it's been, fast forward again, like he's been working there for like 3 months. Still, all he does is just fill up water bottles.
Why
No
is he
matter
not
how many
fired?
times, huh?
Why is he not fired? Or
How old is he?
He's 17.
Okay.
Terrible work ethic. Although, I mean, it is his first job, but like he's been working there for 3 months. He
Yeah, still.
Is he socially like awkward though?
a little bit.
So maybe
bit.
he's just a little anxious or something. I don't know.
maybe.
Trying to play devil's advocate here.
Yeah. It's just like
At some
I
point,
don't
you
know.
gotta know what you're.
Exactly. I mean,
Your
you're working
job
there
entails.
for 3 months, and you're just still sitting in the back, like filling up water bottles the entire time.
Just getting free money.
Yeah, exactly. At
I'm
that
here for
point,
free money.
Let me just fill up waters the entire time.
Yeah, we can talk
Pretend
about
like I'm doing something.
Oh boy.
yeah, it's horrible. We literally call him Water Bottle Boy because that's all he does, is just fill up water bottles all the time. So
What does
I
he do
mean,
when it's like
when there's
it's
no water bottles?
Yeah, when there's no water bottles to fill, what does he do? Just stand
Go
there?
downstairs,
And what does he do down there?
sit on his ass, go on his phone, pretty much.
What does he do when it's busy?
I mean, he works, like, he's not that bad, but, like, Nah, he's not great. He's not great. he's
Hopefully he's not watching this.
I definitely will not be telling about this.
Yeah, we don't want him to
Yeah.
know about this.
Exactly.
We won't disclose names.
No names disclosed, yeah. All private. But yeah, that's
There really is a lot of lazy people down there.
oh, yeah, definitely. Especially with this new generation.
Everybody's just looking for a paycheck.
Exactly,
They
pretty
just come
much.
in, do either the bare minimum or less than the bare minimum and still get away.
Exactly.
Just doing nothing.
Exactly. It's like,
Crazy. The thing is, these companies need workers. So we say, no, we're hiring. But the thing is, they may be hiring, but some places only hire for 18 and up.
yeah.
So they may say, oh, we're hiring, but when you go apply, if you're under 18, like, hey, that's Massachusetts law, isn't it? New Hampshire, you could work, what, 16 or something?
Yeah, something like that,
Yeah, it's just like, oh, so I guess you're not hiring.
yeah. No, I guess not. You need workers? Yeah, are you under 18? Yeah. No, you're not allowed to work.
No.
No, I remember back in the day though, my cousin and my brother both worked at like Market Basket. They hire under 18, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
So
14
why does
years
it
old.
only apply for just them? No one's going to hire anybody under 18.
I guess they're scared that someone's gonna burn themselves on a coffee pot.
Well,
There's more danger at a Market Basket.
yeah,
Honestly.
could argue. Yeah.
I mean, there's, what, 18 at the deli?
18 at the deli.
Yeah, I don't know. And things.
It's child labor laws. I don't.
Yes, I just don't get why Market Basket
Yeah.
gets the upper hand there.
The thing
Yeah,
is, when you apply to, if you apply to McDonald's, they're only looking for 18 and up, and you have to have a year of experience.
What, working at a fast food place?
No, working
Wait,
at
at McDonald's?
Oh,
Yeah.
working at McDonald's.
Yeah.
They actually pay pretty good.
Wait,
So they pay like 18 bucks an hour.
17, 18 dollars an hour.
Yeah, it's more than I was
Oh, I
making
saw.
during my college intern.
Yeah, that was like what, 5 years ago?
My college internship? No, that was like 8 years ago.
Oh yeah, so
But still,
old
I
man.
mean, they're making
inflation has
they're
happened
flipping
since then.
burgers. Not even. They're just throwing them in the microwave.
Wait, so
18 bucks an hour. It's a good
wait,
pay
so
for
they
an 18-year-old
need.
kid.
Wait, so you're telling me that? Wait, what did you say about McDonald's? You need a year of experience.
Yeah, a year of experience.
Of
at
what?
McDonald's.
Flipping
working-
fake patties on a grill. And soggy McDonald's fries. Man, that's
I mean,
crazy.
their fries are alright.
I actually kind of like McDonald's.
Yeah, this also,
It's like, I don't know. My favorite fast food is probably Wendy's.
Wendy's is that's very fair. I think that Burger King
Burger
is
King's up
overrated.
there.
Burger King's overhated.
They're number 2 for me.
Burger King is overhated. It's overhated. People don't like it.
I like Burger King. I like Burger King.
McDonald's is just too expensive. You go there and
You don't
want-
go. You go for the dollar menu. McDonald's.
What,
That's
get
bad.
one-
The
get one
McChickens.
extra
Chicken,
for
yeah.
$1.
Unbelievable. Dump that. I gained 30 pounds in the summer. No joke. My high school, I graduated senior year. I used to eat McChickens every night. At like 2 in the morning, I'd go with my friends. We'd get like 3 McChickens each, dip it into buffalo sauce. Oh, so delicious.
Gained
All I needed
30
was, like, I
pounds
was
1 week later.
18, I used all my graduation money on McDonald's. Seriously. Yeah, pretty cool summer.
Well, you go there now, and I think a 20 piece is what? $8.
I haven't.
Yeah,
I
something
don't,
like
I don't eat that.
Fake chicken.
No more fast food.
No more fast food.
Really?
No.
I
Wow.
don't like Dunkin' Donuts.
I mean, a coffee. I drink black coffee. I don't put it in
fast.
stuff.
Oh, black coffee.
Delicious.
Like completely black.
It's an acquired taste.
Yeah.
It is.
So.
It's like beer. You know what I mean? Like you guys, you probably wouldn't like the taste of beer. Like I didn't like the taste of beer when I was
Smell
like.
beer is disgusting.
Yeah, it's an acquired taste. It just takes time to like kind of grow. And I used to drink like extra coffees, but that's like extra sugar and extra cream.
Oh, that's
so bad for you. It's like
Yeah.
drinking milk with added sugar to it. It's like
I like my coffee like not black, but like a little bit of color. You know, I don't like it being
can
like
put a little bit of
straight
cream.
black. A little bit of cream, a little bit of sugar, and
a
that's
little
it.
bit of milk. You know,
A little bit of milk, yeah. But like,
I'm not a fan of coffee. Even though I worked at a coffee place,
You seem like a naturally kind of energetic person.
yeah, he is.
Yeah. Me, I'm not like that.
Yeah,
Very lethargic.
whenever I see you, you're just dead.
Yeah, I'm usually tired. So,
You're gone.
yeah. Like I drank a coffee before I came in.
And you're still dead?
No, I'm actually feeling pretty good.
Oh wow. Okay.
I'll probably crash after this.
Yeah.
Pass out on my couch around like 4. Watching the game.
Yeah. You still have taxes for today or no?
No. I don't have to work this weekend. I'll probably start working either next weekend or the fall. But I got my weekend's gonna get pretty crazy because I'm still studying.
Yeah, he'll be gone for like 2 months. For 2 times a year.
Yeah.
Guy shows up for the first episode and just like, you know what? I'm gone.
I'm gone.
Well, I show my face to them.
Yeah.
You gotta show your face.
The public needs to love you.
They need to.
They need to build up
accept you are.
They need to build up anticipation for when you come back.
I want to be accepted.
Exactly.
No matter how foolish I am. How foolish my thinking. So,
Yeah. Alright, so now we'll shift towards, speaking of thinking, we'll switch to politics.
Oh gosh.
There's not much thought going on. By the leaders.
Yeah.
More by us.
Yeah, it's just a whole mess over in the White House.
Oh, terrible.
It's horrible. Like, right now you got Biden and his classified information. They found, what, like 4?
They're gonna keep finding stuff.
Oh yeah. It reminds me of obviously him and her are best friends, Hillary Clinton. Yeah. They're obviously, you know, best friends.
They're all friends.
Oh, yeah.
They try to act like they're not. They're all friends. They're all rich. They're all selling, you know, themselves to corporations making money.
You know,
I think that they're trying to get Biden out. Oh yeah. Why do you think that the news is starting to flip on Biden? Like CNN, they're like starting to flip on him. Now they're talking about his brother's business, Hunter's business dealings, his brother's business dealings, and they're literally on camera saying, "Oh, I wouldn't have got this job without my brother's name, Joey's name, or my dad's name, Joey." It's funny they call him Joey, but like
He's not a Joey.
they're selling, their influence to these foreign countries.
Yeah.
And Hunter Biden, who was a crackhead,
Yeah.
is over there on the boards of these oil companies, which he knows nothing about, making $50,000 a month.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? To do nothing
crack.
just because his dad's the vice president.
Smoke a crack pipe.
Yeah. Oh, but this is before.
This is before.
But he's been in politics for 40 or 50 years.
He's never done anything.
He's literally done
Never
nothing
done
his entire life besides
What
be a
was
senator.
the crime bill, or what was it? The bill that he had something to do with, like
The 94
90s?
crime bill?
Yeah, the 94 crime bill.
Did a few
Isn't that
other
terrible?
things.
Yeah, that.
But
He's
he's
really just made things worse. It's really all.
Oh
it is.
yeah, definitely.
terrible.
He's terrible.
The
Yeah.
thing is, if you get him out, you have Kamala. Do you want to deal with Kamala or?
No,
I don't
I
know.
can't stand her laugh.
she laughs about everything.
it, Joe.
Yeah, they're like just so disingenuous.
Uh-huh.
I don't know. It's just not. It's like Hillary Clinton.
Oh, God.
You know, like they come up there, they're just not genuine people.
No.
You know, you can tell they're fake. I think that's why Trump won back in 2020. Like, he is who he is. You know, he's not up there putting on a performance. Like he actually, like that's how he is probably in real life.
Yeah.
You know, he's just a real guy. And like they're up to Hillary Clinton, you can see right through it. She's just a fraud.
Oh yeah, definitely.
You know.
Especially with who she's married to too, man.
Oh, I know.
mean, come
Bill.
on. Yeah, he was a fraud.
Oh yeah,
He was terrible.
likely a pedophile too.
Yeah, exactly.
That Mike has been.
Him and
Jeffrey Epstein.
Yeah. Joe, I mean, sniffing kids.
See, he
That's
loves
weird.
sniffing kids. I don't
Showering
know what
with his
it is.
daughter. When she
Really?
was like,
Showered with her
Yeah,
daughter.
you
With his daughter.
Would know.
they found her diary.
What?
Where his daughter had like problems too, and she was like staying at a halfway house, which is sad. I feel bad for her, and she left her diary there, and another person who was staying at the halfway house found the diary, and like released it, and she was writing about how she her dad used to take showers with her.
Oh my god.
I mean, when she was like old, old. You know what I mean? Like,
Does he have nothing to do with his life?
no, that's just like
That's weird. Like, was it like okay? But like, was she like young?
no,
how old
like
was-
she was like I forget
like
what.
teenager?
I
Like,
forget how old she was, but she wasn't like that. She wasn't young enough for where he should be taking showers with her. You know what I mean? You start taking showers when I mean, you never took. I never taken a shower. I can't even say it. This is a good age. Like your mother gives you a bath when you're a kid.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
like,
That's
very
normal.
young.
Yeah,
Like
not-
your mom.
Yeah, not the father.
Yeah,
Not
your
the
father
father.
in there, but
No.
with his daughter. That's over the line.
he's a strange man. Man.
I'd probably bet my life that he's diddled a few kids, which is sad.
Which is very sad. Yeah, he's
Yeah.
disgusting.
And then his power, that's with the Epstein stuff, like you were saying, Bill Clinton, he was down at that island. And nobody even questioned. He's out there still making speeches, making hundreds of thousands of dollars.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
It's really just the last name.
Oh, it
If
is
the
the
last name of Biden, you're good. If you have the last name of Trump, you're
Because it's
gone.
it's the swamp. They're still connected, and it's the swamp. Why do you think they're worth so much money? Look at Obama too. He came in worth like basically nothing, and after throughout his time in the Senate, I think he was a senator for like one term.
Yep.
Wasn't worth much,
Nope.
and then became president, and now he's worth like $100 million.
Yeah,
Like
it was
crazy amount of
ridiculous.
money.
Since he was the first black president.
But I mean, yeah, it's like that's fine, great, but like he is corrupt. You
Yeah.
shouldn't be worth that much money as president of the United States. I mean, that's just crazy to me.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Crazy. It is crazy, and I agree.
You
Yeah.
think that Michelle will run in 2020?
Oh,
That
Just to get
scares me
Obama back
because
in?
people would just. I mean, you're basically voting for Barack Obama.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, at
you-
that point, yeah.
but it scares me. Is like she could probably win just because
She's a black woman.
a black woman. If she had good politics, I'd have no problem voting for her.
Yeah.
It's like Candace Owens. Like I would vote for her to be president because I agree with how she, her stances on things, and she makes valid arguments, and I agree with her. But people would just vote for Michelle Obama because
she's a black
because
woman.
she's Michelle Obama.
Not because
yeah.
of
Oh, she's
politics.
I forget what people would say. Like she's, you know what I mean? Like people like your age that are just going to be able to vote in 2024, like would vote for her. Like young teenage girls, like 18, 19-year-old
yeah,
girls,
yep.
would vote for her because she's a black woman.
black,
Or
strong, independent
or
woman.
just because she's a woman. It's like,
Yeah.
do you know what you're voting for? That's what bothers me.
Just like I feel like if Trump is in like the finals in a debate with her, everyone would just vote Michelle because there's such a hatred for Trump. Like
Trump.
they're just like, oh, Trump.
That's
is
why
at some
I don't
point,
think
yeah.
I don't think Trump is the
I think
right.
it- yeah.
I think Ron DeSantis. I personally think Ron DeSantis could come up with
See,
a W.
if he runs,
come up with a win.
which the best chance to beat Michelle Obama would be Ron DeSantis, 100%.
I mean, if
agree with that.
DeSantis and Trump run, who's gonna win the primary? That's the thing.
I think DeSantis.
I think
would
DeSantis
probably
would win.
just because there's so many more, like people are more moderate than you would think.
Yeah.
So they would say to themselves, who can win the general election? Who's the most rational? Who's the one that's going to be able to control his tongue the most? And they'd vote for DeSantis. I'd take either one, honestly.
Yep.
Obviously, or any of the other options that there are. Joe
Definitely.
Biden again, or Kamala Harris, or Gavin Newsom.
Oh, not Gavin
It
Newsom.
was destroyed, probably, California. So it's just like,
You probably have the same like few people that run every year.
Yep.
Warren,
Yep.
Bernie
Yeah.
Sanders.
Bernie Sanders.
But doesn't it bother
Communist.
you? Doesn't it bother
Yeah.
you that these people will vote for them
Just
because of
what
like
they look like.
a characteristic
Yeah.
of who they are?
Not because of what they stand for.
Yeah,
they
no,
don't.
yeah,
They don't
exactly.
care
Just
about
They-
that.
Just because it's the first. Just
Exactly.
because it's the first, they're like, oh, let's make history. It's gonna be
Joe
the
Biden was
first.
the first VP as a woman.
Oh, that's why he picked
That's-
her.
exactly.
And then she was calling him a racist on the debate stage. Literally
Yeah, I
called him a
remember
racist
that,
on the debate
yeah.
stage and picked her to be his vice president. It's like, are you kidding me? That's how
And no
low
one
you have to
sees
go.
through it. No one sees through it. Like,
Oh,
no
'cause
one.
people forget.
They
People-
don't. They're stupid. That's
Yeah,
the thing.
and
Like,
they're distracted. I was watching a video the other day. It's true. It's like the Coliseum, like sports are like the Coliseum, the Roman Coliseum. They would use that as a distraction
Yeah.
for the people because people get so captivated by it. You know, I'm guilty of it too. I love sports, so like I get captivated by it.
Oh,
And I
same.
kind of just, you know, you forget about everything else and you're
Yep.
just focused on that. But in the background, they're, you know,
Yeah.
pulling more strings
Pulling
and
strings
you know,
like
taking.
puppeteer.
Yeah, exactly. So it's just like you
Puppeteer.
gotta. There's a healthy balance. You gotta know what's going on.
So you gotta be paying attention
Yeah. I don't know.
all the time,
thing is-
24/7.
I talk with my mom a lot about, you know, politics because she watches Fox News. Here and there, she only watches the 5. So
She doesn't watch anything else.
well,
Tucker?
well, she watches Tucker with my dad like when he comes home.
Can't
puts
miss.
it on.
Can't cuff the tuck. That's what I always say.
But I talk with her about this, and she's like, she thinks that Obama is really the one that's just controlling all of this because apparently he didn't like Biden.
No,
Apparently
he's
he hated
he
Biden.
calls him stupid all the time.
Yeah.
God,
He is stupid.
Yeah, he is. He's been.
I mean, he got one thing right.
He's like widely known as one of the dumbest people in DC.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was watching the video.
Chocolate chip.
Did you see the video of him like back in like the 80s or something?
Yeah,
Like, he was like arguing with like a spectator, you know. He's like, "Oh, I guarantee my IQ is higher than yours." He's like, it's hilarious. He's
I
talking
call
about-
BS on that.
He's like, "Oh, I got a full academic scholarship. I graduated in the top half of my top percentage of my
really?
class."
So-
and like,
so-
it came out like a couple weeks later that he's lying about all of it.
So
And
what?
the news
So
covers
is it like
it.
one of those things where he told Trump, "Oh, it'll be like back in high school, I'll go out and beat you up." And
Yeah,
back to the
back
back
to
to
the
the
days.
behind the gymnasium
Yeah.
by the dumpsters or
Yeah,
something.
no joke. You know, as he always says. But going off that, like piggybacking off that, like how he was saying people vote off like characteristics.
Yeah.
At some point, like these people shouldn't even be allowed to vote. I'm sorry, but like the federal government has so much power now, like where I'm gonna let some person who has no idea the intricacies of how government functions, they're gonna choose. Half the population has no idea what's going on. Probably more.
Well, yeah,
so it's just like
half the population's all these illegals.
yeah, but they can't vote yet.
No, they,
There's a
yeah,
problem.
no, they probably will.
They probably will end up voting if they get their way. But even so, like half the population doesn't even know what's going on or how government functions and things like that. There should be like an aptitude test or an IQ test to be able to vote on, you know, for a presidential election or any election because it does drastically affect your life. You don't
Yep.
realize it as a kid. Like when I was 18 in high school, I remember like having like a debate class and like I remember talking to my friends like, "Oh, this president has like no effect on my life. You know, like, politics have no effect on my life whatsoever." It's like you're so oblivious because you haven't like actually been out in the real world for an
Exactly.
extended period of time. Where I pay taxes. Like I work hard and I lose close to 30% of my income to taxes. Is that fair? Is that right? You know what I mean? Like I don't think that's fair.
Yeah, where those taxes go?
Am I, you know, where do they go? One, to government bureaucracy. They keep expanding their power and growing their influence. That's why you need to have a person who's going to become president who wants to, you know, make the government small, the federal government small. It's never meant to be this large.
20, 30 something.
Yeah, I got to come into a boatload of money. That's the
Guys,
only
donate.
I gotta go
Donate
fund me page.
some money over here.
In
Yeah.
about 5 years, we'll put out a GoFundMe page for him.
I'll just keep playing the Mega Millions.
Yeah.
You know, you never know.
He'll buy that.
He'll fix the country.
Yeah.
He'll make it fair for everyone.
No, you gotta have somebody who doesn't want the power. Who like, you need a president who says, "I don't want any of the power. I want it to go back to the states." And that's what you're gonna do.
That's
and then
right.
all the federal government is there for is to have for national defense and to ensure that the Constitution is being followed by those states. That's basically
Clearly,
it.
they're not doing that right now. They're
No.
trying to get rid of freedom of speech.
Oh yeah, of course. They're trying their best to dismantle the Constitution. So,
Yeah.
but that's how you get more power. That's how
Yeah.
states become
And the whole
countries become authoritarian.
Yeah, and then the right to bear arms. Didn't Biden want to like ban guns
Yeah.
or something?
Yeah, he did.
I found it funny going off of that. How the AR-15 people think it stands for assault rifle.
Yeah, they have
A
no
bunch
idea.
of like blue-haired, like middle-aged 40-year-old women are like, ban the assault rifle 15, and I'm like, it's not an assault rifle.
Yeah, they have no idea what's going on.
No.
I'm no gun
No one
expert.
has blue.
Even I know that.
Yeah.
You know, so.
stands for Armalite Rifles. It's
That's like
what it
the
stands
name of
for,
like
yeah.
the company, right?
Yeah. Gosh, but yeah.
To be honest, I'd probably think that AR stands for assault rifle.
Yeah.
You gotta do your research.
I mean, I don't know much
Research on
about
these things.
guns.
Huh?
Yeah, I'm not a gun expert
Yeah,
either.
I mean, neither am I. It's just
Yes.
Yeah, you see what Biden said the other day? It was actually pretty funny. He was like, "Oh, people want their AR-15s. Like, that wouldn't stand a chance against government like weapons. You know what I mean? Like basically saying the government would destroy American citizens. So like,
Their own
why do you need the
people.
guns?" But then you think to yourself, "What are you talking about? Look at Afghanistan and Iraq. Like those people, the Taliban that we've been fighting for 20 years. We can't beat. We can't officially annihilate." And they don't have any of those weapons, and they're fighting back.
Yep.
Look at Vietnam,
Yeah.
for example. They've guerrilla warfare,
Yep.
and we technically probably lost that war.
Yeah, we did.
So it's just like, what is he talking about? But he has the audacity. President of the United States is saying that in public that the government could
destroy
absolutely
their own
destroy
people.
their citizens. You know what I mean? Like that's crazy.
Yeah.
If Trump said that.
Oh,
He's a fascist. He wants to take over. It's like this guy
gone.
blatantly saying it out
Yeah.
in public.
Let's impeach him.
Let's impeach him.
Impeach him for the third time.
Yeah, it's like
Guys, we actually have something on him. He said he'd go and just
Kill his own people.
Yeah.
easily.
When Joe Biden
you know?
says it, nah, just ignore it. You didn't
Yeah.
say it.
It's like the
Blind
hypocrisy.
person with a walking stick.
Yeah,
Don't know what he
the
said.
hypocrisy bothers me the most.
Yeah, no, literally, it's crazy.
Why would you go against your own people? Like, you wanna...
Because they want the power. That's
It's what they want.
people are inherently sinful, as we all know.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
power. People love power, and they like to play God. They want to be God. That's like That's like the progressive movement. They think they can create a utopia on Earth because they think that they're God.
Yeah.
They don't have those beliefs where we know that men and women are inherently sinful. We can't make those decisions. Like, we can't do that on our own without the power of God.
Exactly.
But they want to play God. So that's just,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Essentially all it is.
yeah.
That's pretty much.
Communism and,
Socialism.
yeah, socialism, liberalism, all that other stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This country's going in a wrong direction.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
it's
not
been
gonna-
going that
I love when I hear people saying that we should have socialism or communism in the country. I've heard that so many times that Bernie Sanders is the right answer, and I sit there, I'm like, look at North Korea, look at China.
Yeah.
Like, what socialism, communism, that's the right answer? They hardly have any rights. North Korea, the people there, they're not allowed to even contact the outside world. They're not even allowed to really have cars. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, it's communism and socialism is the right way. No, it's not. It looks good on paper, but when you put it into an actual society, it doesn't work.
Oh, well.
No.
They're taking rights away from people. They're basically saying,
Yeah.
you do what we say.
Yeah. That's
And they
exactly
tax
what
the
it is.
crap out of it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's raise
basically-
taxes, guys. Oh, all right, we got
Well,
another,
it's-
we got another
Well,
infrastructure
it
bill coming.
incentivizes people to not work hard.
Yep.
So why would I go out and work hard when I know I can just get the government to send me a check every month?
Exactly, yeah.
Why am I going to go work hard to lose half my money?
Yep.
Why would I? Seriously, I'd be stupid to.
Yeah.
I could just go live my life and do whatever
Just
I
do
want.
whatever you want, just have the
Yeah.
government pay you.
Exactly, and that it's crazy. I'm not saying there's no perfect system out there.
No.
But capitalism has proved
To
again and
be the
again to
better.
be the best system there is for most people to flourish. That's a fact.
Yeah.
But people don't know their history.
Nope.
They're blind to it, like completely blind to it.
Yep.
And they don't teach about it enough in school. Like,
No, definitely not.
you guys are in school now. It's been
Yeah.
12 years since I've really taken like a history class, like college. I was in like accounting and business classes and things like that. But you guys would know better than me now. Like, what are they talking about? I'm curious. I'm actually genuinely curious what they're teaching.
Talk about political parties.
Yeah, I mean, right now we're basically just learning about, like, I'm in government, you're in government too. Basically
how
just
it
talking about
functions.
what branches or like what who
Talking about
runs
like the two
branches.
different types of political parties.
Yeah.
So they always say like Republicans, Democrats.
Well, they're saying also that there's like a third party.
independents.
Yeah. There's also tons of other ones, but who cares about those?
Green Party or
Yeah, there's Green Party, all that.
but the main three are like Republican, Democrat, Independent.
You have like libertarians too.
Yeah. I probably lean more towards libertarian myself.
What even is libertarian?
It's just like it's more the government being even more hands off, just out of our lives. People do what they want, I mean, that can get dangerous too because the government is in place to keep order
Yeah.
in society because people, like we were saying, people are inherently sinful. They'll do whatever they want to do. You know what I mean? Like,
Go rob like.
so you gotta be a healthy balance of what's right and wrong. But now today we don't even know what's right and wrong because there's no basis in truth.
Exactly.
Everybody has their
own opinion.
own truth.
Yeah.
That's your truth. Like I hate that phrase so much. That's your truth. My truth is this. It's like no, there's one truth and that's it. You're just a fool. You know what I mean? Like it gets dangerous when people start talking like that because then you just don't have it. It's like the debate on like transgender.
Yeah.
It's like I can't sit there and say that person's a man. Like we can't agree on the fact that is a man or that is a woman. How are we gonna agree on anything? How? It's just illogical.
Yeah.
It collapse. Society will collapse, but that's ultimately the goal, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm a conspiracy theorist. I mean, call it a conspiracy theorist, but which was coined by the CIA, by the way, to quell, to stop any people from talking, to call you crazy because you think that something's going on. They coined that term to shut down conversations. So that's why you hear it so much today. Oh, he's a conspiracy theorist. It's like people don't even know where that phrase came from.
Yep.
It's like, so they just want you to not talk about these things. You can look it up right now. I think maybe it was when JFK got assassinated. Look that up. Where they coined that. It was either CIA. I'm pretty sure it was CIA who coined the term conspiracy theorist. Just type in like who came up with the term conspiracy theorist.
Let's see. Conspiracy theory coined long before JFK assassination.
Who wrote that?
AP News.
Yeah. No.
Let me
Get
see.
off that one. AP. Associated Press.
Let's see. Where's
Speaking of JFK, he was definitely killed by the government.
Yeah.
How many times did you get shot?
I've heard that.
Oh, it's not even a question. No question.
Let's see. Yeah, it says CIA conspiracy theorist. Yeah, it's coming up a lot, the CIA.
And that's like who's running the country. Like, it's the intelligence agencies. People we didn't even voted in.
Just some random people there.
And they sabotage presidencies. Look what they did to Trump. They spied on him,
Yeah.
with faulty information about Russia. Anybody with common sense who was watching those debates, remember when Hillary Clinton was saying, you guys were pretty young at the time, but even I was like watching it, she's talking about Trump being a Russian agent. It's like, you knew it was just like it was ridiculous. But now looking back on it, absolutely, the evidence has shown that was all set up to get the FBI to start spying on him.
Oh yeah.
And then, in case he won, they were going to use that to derail his presidency, which it did. People to this day, I guarantee you, to this day, still think Trump's a Russian asset.
I can imagine, yeah. I've definitely heard it before.
He's a Russian spy. It's like, what are you talking about? Look what Russia's doing now with Joe Biden as president. They just invaded Ukraine. Did they do that? Did Trump allow that to happen? No.
Did they invade anything?
No, they didn't do anything.
No, they didn't. Like, they invaded.
I think when Trump was in, I don't think I really heard of any invasions.
No, there was no wars. Nothing like that.
But then Biden comes in and it's all like, oh, let's invade Ukraine.
North Korea is starting to. China wants to go to Taiwan, invade that. North Korea is sending missiles like over Japan or into Japan
North Korea's just
waters.
sitting there, just chilling out.
North Korea needs to be shut up.
I know. That's so crazy though.
Rocket Man.
It's been going on over there for a while now.
Rocket Man.
Yeah, remember Trump tweeted that?
What?
Called him Rocket Man. Yeah, he tweeted it, people were flipping out.
It's funny though.
It was hilarious, Sometimes you just need to laugh about things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's like my
Yeah. But the thing
Yeah,
is,
definitely.
if we have another world war, it's going to be basically us against China, Russia, and North Korea.
Yeah.
And maybe NATO will be with us, but that's their.
Well, yeah, it would be.
Yeah.
It would
I
be,
wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't be. Russia's
I would be
army is
worried.
not that like
No,
advanced.
it's not.
I mean, they can barely beat the Ukraine.
They
I
have-
mean, then
they have
again, we can
nuclear-
barely beat
They have
freaking
nuclear power though.
the Taliban, huh?
They have
Yeah, but how old are the
nuclear
nukes?
power,
That's the
though.
question.
Yeah. They have a lot of nukes. They have the most nukes, I think,
No, I think they're the second.
to us, right?
Let me see. Let's see.
I'm feeling those numbers aren't even like true.
I know. How are we supposed to know? I have to believe everything the government says.
Yeah.
Lie about everything.
Let's see. Russia. Russia has the most nuclear weapons.
I thought so.
By how much? How much do they have? Like 7,000.
Currently, Russia has 5,977 nukes, of which a little over 1,400 are active, and a little over 3,000 are inactive but are ready to use. So, yeah, they have a lot. It's just gonna be just nukes going back and forth.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah. That would be the end of civilization, probably.
Yeah, it would.
Yeah, just go on.
World War III will be the end.
Yeah. Let's
That'll
hope it
be
doesn't
the
get there
times.
though. Let's see if we can last another year.
Yeah. I don't know.
See if we can get DeSantis in or.
I think it's all going to end a lot sooner than people think.
It's getting
Yeah.
close.
That's another thing too. I think a lot of people are just like so blind to what's going on. They're so caught up in their own. I mean, it's hard. I agree. It's hard when you're an adult and you're like working and you got kids, you got your job. You know, you got so many things going on in your life to like pay attention. But people out there, like, I don't think they know the actual threat to what could actually happen. You know what I mean? Like a world war. Can you imagine like if there being a draft or something because there's a kid my age, you guys both 18, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you can get you're draft eligible.
Yeah.
I'll see you over in Russia. You know what I mean? I'll be draft eligible.
We'll all get drafted.
Yeah, we'll all get drafted and probably die over there. You know what I mean?
Probably,
Wouldn't even know what AR stands for. But
We'll come over and we'll be doing an episode over in Russia. Hey, so
Yeah.
we're in Russia.
yeah, we're in a bunker in Russia, and then get bombed or something.
Let's talk about let's talk about how bad the president's doing. We got drafted over here. We're fighting this war.
Yeah, it's like I don't know why we keep sending weapons. Like we should be doing everything we can to have like a ceasefire and like, peace talks. Like hey,
How much-
let's just
how much
give them
money-
some land and get out.
How much money have we spent on sending Ukraine?
Oh, over 100 billion
A lot. Like too much.
of our money.
Yeah.
That's our
We don't
money.
even have.
That we don't have.
have.
Exactly.
We're in
in
debt.
We just keep we're in $31 trillion in debt. We just keep printing
because
We're
it's
just, like,
not.
fine. Just pressing the printing button. It's just like print more money.
Yeah, it's gonna. The economy. I mean, we're already in a recession, but it's gonna get bad. I think this year. At least I think so. I'd be
This
shocked.
country's
if it
gonna collapse at some point.
It's
Oh.
gonna die.
Civil war.
all countries eventually fall. You know what I mean? So, but I forget who said it, but like, the tree of liberty has to be watered with the blood of tyrants. I think. Look that up. I think it was Thomas Jefferson. I could be wrong though. Tree of liberty has to be watered with the blood of tyrants.
Let's see. Yep. The tree of liberty must be refreshed from time to time with the blood of patriots and tyrants.
That's right. So, what is that saying? That we have to fight for freedom.
Yeah.
Because eventually tyranny is going to take over. So it's like at some point people have to put their foot down and say no more.
Yeah.
You know, and like it's too much, and we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight for our freedom. So
Yeah, well, we'll see you over and now.
it's
over in Russia.
You'd be surprised. It's gonna happen here.
Yeah.
It already happened once. The Civil War.
Yeah.
It already happened once.
I could see it happening again.
Yeah. It's. I mean, it's.
Who's
I
gonna
think-
win? Blue-haired people or?
I was saying to avoid that, let's just split the country in half. Let the left go to the left. I don't even care. Take that. You can take the coast. I don't care. Well, actually, just for like trade purposes, you need to have some ports and things like that.
They can take California.
Yeah.
They
We'll
can
take
take
the East
California.
Coast and they
We'll
can
take
take the West
Texas
Coast.
and Florida.
Yeah, it's like you gotta, and we can be friends, but where there's gonna be a wall built, and you cannot
big
come over.
wall. This is no blue hair.
Yeah, we don't
Middle-aged
want you
woman.
over here. We don't want your lazy work ethic over on our side. Like we're gonna.
Oh,
You know.
I have someone at my work like that.
Yeah.
Really easy.
Yeah, you're talking about it. We'll throw
There's-
them over
there's
there. You
another-
go throw up water bottles over there.
Cold water.
Yeah, it's like, no, pass. I think that's like the only way to avoid like a civil war at some point. I'm not
Just
calling
split
for
it up.
I'm certainly not calling for
Yeah.
a civil war, but I think that it's inevitable.
If we have a civil war, blame this guy.
I don't blame it.
But yeah, blame.
It might not be in our lifetimes, but I mean, if the government continues to, try to take more power away from the people will fight back.
They'll get mad.
Yeah,
get angry.
I mean, go for their guns. That's the
I think that's the one that will
trigger
trigger everything. If they try to go house to house and start taking people's guns away from them, they will.
They're gonna get
They'll
mad.
kill
people who
like-
have their guns in their hand.
Yeah, legit.
What is it? There's like 120 guns for every like 100 people or something like that. U.S. citizens or something like that.
Ton of gun building.
There's tons, and it's not just assault rifle 15s. It's
That's another topic too.
There's so many. There's so many guns.
They have like the majority of like gun violence is done with handguns, but they only talk about
Well,
rifles.
yeah.
So it's like once they take away the rifle, people bend the knee and give away the rifle, and then there's still gun violence going on with handguns. They're gonna go for the handguns.
Well, let me say this. You got Britain, you got England over there with their stabbings.
Oh, a ton of
Their
stuff.
knife stabbings. What, you get rid of guns and people are just going to resort to knives? Like,
Yeah.
what, you can take knives away? They'll just resort to rocks. Like,
Yeah.
they'll resort to anything.
People
And not
killing
only
it.
that, but like, you get rid of guns and you're going to have illegals that are just going to import guns
Exactly.
into the country, just like they do with drugs. I mean, cocaine.
They're not closing the border.
Exactly, no. And they got all these drug carteling that just comes into the country.
And I have a question for you: who's gonna have the guns? If they take away all the guns, who's gonna have them? The criminals.
Exactly.
They have
Who's going to defend themselves? There's going to be so much
and the
more
politicians
crime.
and the people in power. They're gonna have guns with them to protect them.
Yeah.
And then the criminals are gonna go after people like me and you because we don't have a gun.
Yeah,
Oh, let's go into this person's house. He doesn't
shoot
have a
him
gun
up.
anymore. Let's go.
Let's go, man.
Grab a kitchen knife. Oh, you
Yeah.
brought a knife to a gunfight? Bad idea.
Yeah,
Like,
boom, dead. That people don't understand that. Like, you don't close that border. What do you think goes on down there? There's a ton of gun trafficking
Yeah.
going on. Child trafficking, drug trafficking, guns. Where do you think these
Everything.
criminals are getting guns from?
Where do you think people are getting drugs from?
Oh,
Like, it's
the majority of it's coming pouring through there.
Yeah, exactly. And
Pouring.
I've been
It's
down.
raining down there.
Yeah, I've been down to San Diego.
I heard it's beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
California is beautiful.
California's beautiful, just not the people.
Yeah.
But me and my mom and my dad, we took a drive down to Tijuana, like the border. We didn't actually go into Tijuana. Don't want to go there. It's a mess down there. I mean, like the wall it's not a wall. It's a freaking fence, like a chain link fence. It's no wonder why people are getting over so easily. Like it's
Just hopping over.
exactly
Parkour
like.
style.
Yeah, exactly. Parkour. Like
Yeah.
it's just easy for them to just hop on over and get through. It's like
I was talking with somebody too. They don't want to fix that problem. One, because they want to eventually let them vote. Two, because it's free tax money for them. Because a lot of the illegals that come over, they'll steal people's social security numbers
Yeah.
to get a job,
yep.
and then they won't file a tax return to get their refunds.
Yep.
Then it's just free money to the government. That's happening a lot more than people think.
Yeah.
So it's affecting people's lives because other people are using their social security number, and then they're getting free tax dollars.
Yeah.
So you got to think about it that way. Why do you think they don't want to close that border? And people are like, oh, okay, that's just going to grow the welfare state too. So we need more of your money to help these people because it's a humanitarian crisis. Like, you're going to help these people by, keeping them out and letting those who want to be here for the right reasons come in. I have no problem helping people. Like, I want to help people, but
Yeah.
You come over legally, that's fine.
it's hurting more people than it's helping.
Yeah.
It's hurting so many communities out there that
And you also got the fact that like it's Democrats that are letting these illegals in. So when those illegals are able to vote, who do you think they're going to vote for
People who let
for
them
president
And
and
you'd
for
be
power?
surprised though, a lot of them are conservative. Because a
There-
lot of
yeah,
them are religious. They're like
there's a
very
ton of them
religious.
that
Like, South
are.
America's actually like somewhat religious. But they're fleeing from these socialist countries. So if they came here and voted for those people, like some of them definitely will. I agree.
Yeah,
some of
no,
them definitely
definitely
will. Maybe a majority, if not a majority, but I think a good chunk of them would vote conservative. but it just has to be the right person who can convey that message to people. I think that's probably Trump's biggest flaw. Is he has a hard time, like, putting his thoughts together, like, coherently,
Yeah.
without, like, getting, taken off track. Like, it's pretty straightforward. Politics is straightforward. People want to have a straightforward person who can just tell them what they believe and what they're gonna do.
How it is.
Yeah, tell it how it is,
Yep.
and how things function. But like, he has a hard time doing that. That's where I lean more towards DeSantis.
Yeah.
Like, he can be like, he has his facts in line. He's been in politics for a decent chunk of time, and he's running Florida greatly. And people see that. Like, the rest of the country sees how great Florida is being run. People are moving there in droves. So it's just fleeing from states like this and California to go to Florida. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,